violence single-handedly. What? How's it possible? Yes, it is. If you apply the 3 tips that I'm going to give to you in this video, you can stop domestic violence in your home single-handedly. But before I start, let me make sure that I look impeccable so that you will hang on my lips and absorb every word that I have to say. So just hang on. I need to touch up my lipstick because it's faded a bit. I look so stunning. But if I look there, it doesn't look so good, but here it looks great. Of course, I keep on forgetting to put the lipstick on my own lips. Now I look great here and there. Fantastic. Ready. As I said to you before, you can stop domestic violence in your home single-handedly. But a word of warning, this video is not for the faint-hearted. If you want pity, if you want to feel people to feel sorry for you, this is not the video for you. So switch it off now. But if you are willing to look at your own behavior and see how you play a role in the whole setup, then this video is for you. And if you apply the 3 tips that I give you, I guarantee you the following outcomes. The abuser will disappear out of your life gracefully. You don't have to shoot anybody. The abuser will change. He will or she will not bother you anymore, or you become really good at dealing with this person. Now, which one of those outcomes would you like to have? Type it in the chat below this video. Now, I cannot tell you which one you're going to get beforehand, but I guarantee you one of those 4 outcomes. Before we get into it, let's understand a bit about what is going on. Imagine for a moment that I'm the abuser and I am angry. But there's nobody to fight with. Boring. Nobody to take my anger out on. So that means that by just being in the vicinity of somebody that is angry and upset, we become part of the problem. Ouch, that hurts. Does that mean that I am now blaming you for being in a domestic violence situation? No, I'm not blaming that because blame gets us nowhere. I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming the abuser. No, it just is. And when we can accept that we are part of the problem, then we can claim our power back and we can become part of the solution. And you can become part of the solution when you apply these 3 tips. Tip number 1, make sure that you remove yourself from the situation. And especially if you're in a physically abusive relationship, it is in your life's interest to get out of there. Whatever you need to do, get out of there, because I'm telling you that abuse is never going to stop. No matter how much the person apologizes, no matter the promises that they make, it's not going to stop. And even if you decide to throw that abuser out and you are going to now remarry somebody else, you're going to get the same abusive relationship, just with different clothes on, unless you apply tip 2 and 3. Tip 2, focus on changing yourself. Why should I change myself? That person is being abusive and rude. It's not about me. That's not true. The way that people treat us is a mirror of how we treat ourselves. And remember in the beginning when I was painting on the mirror, you knew that was stupid. It was futile. Well, the same applies in domestic violence. If we focus on changing the other person, then we're not going to get any results. We have to change ourselves. So how can we do that? Pretend that you could give the abuser advice on how you want to be treated. What would you say? Would you say something like, I would like you to be more patient with me. I would like you to stop screaming at me when I make a mistake. I want you to treat me with respect and accept me, warts and all. Of course, we're not going to speak to the abuser. It's as futile as painting on the mirror. Let's look, on the other hand, how we can apply our own advice. So, how could you be more patient with yourself? How could you stop being upset and hard on yourself when you make a mistake? How can you accept yourself, warts and all? If any of that advice is valuable for you, start implementing it. And then your reflection changes, just like my reflection changes when I put lipstick on my own lips, and what I get back will change. So let me tell you a story about Jen. She came to stay with me for a few days because she was in an abusive relationship and she had to get out of that situation. While she was staying with me, we did some work on her. She realized that she had no self-respect or very little self-respect, and that it was actually weird to think that she was expecting her husband to treat her any better than she had been treating herself. She needed to learn to be patient with herself and to accept herself, warts and all. After a few days, she felt so much better and went back home. Then I heard from her husband that she was changed. She was not so needy and clingy and irritating anymore. And his urge to be abusive just disappeared. Do you like the tips I've given you so far? Well, before we go to tip 3, why don't you click on the subscribe button below and subscribe to my channel so that when the next educational video comes along, you will be notified. Also click the bell so you'll be notified when the next video comes out. So let's go to tip 3. Forgiveness. Forgiveness? How can you forgive somebody that's been hurting you? Well, I want you to know that forgiveness is not about that other person. Remember, that person is just your mirror. So you can forgive the other person for being your perfect mirror. And you don't have to do this to their face. It's a private affair. And we forgive people and ourselves to claim our power back. It's about accepting what happened in the past without the desire to change our past. We can't change it. So let's start with forgiving the perpetrator. Imagine the perpetrator is standing in front of you and you're saying to this person, even though I dislike the way you've treated me up till now, I accept you've treated me the way I've been treating you. I accept you've been my perfect mirror. And I forgive you for reflecting back to me how I've been treating myself. I forgive you from the bottom of my heart. And notice how that makes you feel. If you feel relief, then you know this was necessary. The next thing we need to do is to forgive ourselves. Look at yourself and say, even though it's regrettable that I've been part of creating this domestic violence situation, and I don't like it, I accept my role in it. And I accept that this is what I've done up till now. And that I've played a role in this and that I've co-created this up till now. And I forgive myself for my role in creating this situation up till now. I forgive myself from the bottom of my heart. And notice how that makes you feel. So, you have now the 3 tips, and if you apply these 3 tips, not just once, all the time, when there's irritation, when there's need for forgiveness, you sometimes need to remove yourself, keep on doing it. But if you want extra help, click on the link below in the description. There is a link to a webpage with more free content for you of what you can do to stop that abuse in your home single-handedly.